Alrighty, so today we're going to do a little review on the Canon EOS RP right here, as you can see right up there. Canon EOS RP. I've had this camera for about the past 3 months and I've been using it quite a bit, and I've done, multiple photo shoots with it. I've shot lots of videos with it, and done lots of casual photography with it as well. So I thought I'd do a little review on it. So without further ado, let's get started. So first things first, let's go over build quality and how it feels in the hand. So this camera in the hand feels great. It feels super good. I have pretty big hands and I can still get all 4 fingers up on there, as you can see, very comfortably. And yeah, just overall it feels really good in the hand. When you pick it up, it feels nicely made, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, build quality wise, it feels great. It's built really well. I don't exactly know what the body's made from. I think it's magnesium, but I'm not 100% sure. I'll put what it is up on screen. But yeah, it feels super nice in the hand. It's a well-made camera, you know what I'm saying? It's not weather sealed. Keep that in mind, it's not weather sealed. But other than that, the thing is made very well, and it feels great in the hand. And overall, a very nice camera, you know what I'm saying? Then also, as you can see, we have a fully articulating screen right here. As you can see, you can flip it out, twist it whichever way you want, as you can see right there, which is super nice. The camera that I had before this actually had just a flip up screen, so it would flip up like this, you know what I'm saying? I thought that was all right, but that was until I got a articulating screen camera that I realized that this is it's far superior. It's super nice. But oh yeah, let's talk photos actually with this camera. So photo wise, this camera is really good. It takes excellent photos, really good photos, but it's got one major downside for photos, and that is that it's got a really slow continuous shooting speed. I believe when you're doing high speed continuous shooting when it's doing autofocus tracking as well, it shoots about 1 to 2 frames per second, which I'll show you what that sounds like right now. So this right here is going to be speed priority continuous shooting, and then we'll change it to focus priority continuous shooting, which is going to be even slower. Take a look at this. All right, yeah, oh man, that is just, oh, that's painfully slow. So yeah, if high speed continuous shooting is a big priority to you, I would not get this camera. Do not get it. But if you're a landscape shooter, a portrait shooter, and stuff like that does not matter to you, it's a great camera. It takes great photos. I'll put a couple of sample photos up on screen so you can see them, and they look great. It's got lots of dynamic range. The colors are great. It's a full frame sensor. Take a look at this, full frame. Yeah, looky there, nice big full frame sensor. So yeah, in terms of photos, it takes great any But if you're doing a lot of action sports photography or maybe wildlife photography, I would have to steer you away from this camera right here. But with any other kind of photography, I would highly recommend it. It is great for photos, takes great photos. And yeah, now let's talk video. Video wise, this camera 1080p wise is pretty darn good. It looks pretty darn good. For 2018 standards, it's good. But I mean, in 2023 standards, it is starting to show its age a little bit. I'll put some video from this camera up on screen so you can see it. It's going to be actually another one of these talking headshot reviews, or it might be like it's going to be another product review for my Amazon storefront. But yeah, just ignore the product review itself and just pay attention to the quality. It's pretty darn good. The autofocus is really good. It tracks really well. It's got eye track autofocus as well, which is really nice for videos like these. And yeah, the dynamic range is pretty good. The sharpness is pretty good. Overall, just a pretty good video camera for 1080p. But in terms of 4K, the camera, I'm just gonna say it's not that good for 4K. First of all, it's got a pretty big crop on the image in 4K, which is kind of really unfortunate. I hate when it has that. But also the 4K just in general on this camera isn't that great. It's not super sharp, especially since a lot of newer cameras nowadays are coming with 6K oversampled 4K, which that basically just means that the 4K on a camera like that is extremely sharp and it looks really good. This camera doesn't have that. It's just 4K straight out the camera, and it's not super sharp. It's got a crop, and just, yeah, I would not recommend it for 4K video. Also in 4K, you're going to be limited to 24 frames per second. You don't have a 30 frames per second or 60 frames per second option. So yeah, overall pretty limited in 4K, and just 4K in general is not that great. But for 1080p, it's good. I'd recommend it. So yeah, now that we've covered all that, who is this camera right here for? I would say this camera right here is for mainly a photographer, someone that doesn't prioritize video, mainly because the video, while 1080p is pretty good, in general, the video on this camera, especially in 2023, really starts to show its age, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I would say someone that does not prioritize video should get this, and someone that does lots of landscape photography and portrait style photography, and any sort of photography that does not that doesn't really need high-speed continuous shooting, because like I said before, the images out of this camera is excellent. They're super good. Just really slow continuous shooting. So yeah. Overall though, for a full frame budget camera from 2018, I would say this in 2023 still holds up really, really well. And I would recommend it for the person that I just mentioned, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I really appreciate you watching this video. I really hope it helps you figure out whether or not you should get this camera right here. And I appreciate you watching this video, and take it easy.